Hey fans, welcome back. I know it's been a long hiatus since the last time we put a video up, but a lot of changes have been happening in the last couple of years. We've moved to a different place. Probably caught our last video. We're moving some of the stuff over. So yeah, we've been making a lot of changes. Plus my video editing computer has been down. Not been able to use it, so that's been putting a hamper on posting new videos. Getting back at it and gonna start working on some projects again and get some more content up for you guys to follow along. So let's get you up to speed. So as you are all aware, we got the tent here, but now we have a garage space and a helper today, my son. Just a quick walkthrough. We have the bare essentials: toolbox, welding equipment, all the fun stuff. So not a whole lot to see. And unfortunately, all of this stuff, now I've put this much effort into getting it all set up, is all getting torn down. More on that later. Let's get you caught up. Back here, garage is over there. And as you probably saw in our previous videos, like this one here, we had rabbit projects. Unfortunately, those are gone, not here anymore. The car had a little mishap and those cars went bye-bye. So that's one less project we're working on. And then you probably saw in this video where we're working on some jet skis. Well, we decided to bag that project too, so it's gone. Let's see, what else are we working on? Oh, we've got all kinds of house projects going on. But for the most part, what we're here to talk about today is the Jeep. The real reason we're out here for our update today is we're going to get started on the Jeep. Now, some of you probably already remember from our past videos, our Jeep Comanche. We're going to be doing a diesel swap and whole body upgrade. Diesel swap's going to come later, but we'll get to that. Right now, we're working on getting some things fixed, and we're going to be updating the body. And then we have a whole pile of parts that we're going to be applying to the Jeep over the next couple days. We got visor, a whole new front end, new doors, bumper. We got a JCR rear bumper kit that we're going to be fabricating and putting together. It's a DIY kit. So yeah, lots of fun content, and we're going to get started. And in here we've got a whole another smattering of parts just waiting for its day in the Jeep. We've got the TDI engine out of the Passat that we pulled out. If you haven't seen that video, go back in the list of videos and you can see the teardown of that, where we got the engine all set for that. We've got boxes of parts and Jeep parts and TDI adapters and all sorts of stuff just sitting here waiting to go. So there'll be lots of content to follow where we start tearing into that project. But first, we're going to deal with some cosmetic and mechanical issues to get the Jeep up to snuff, because we need it for other things right now. Yep. Okay. This goes quick. Doing good. Mm-hmm. figures right there. There we go. Okay, doors off. So we got the fenders and doors and the whole front end all stripped off. Looks like somebody already put a little bit of work into this and modified the hinges so that they're removable, so that you can remove the doors. That's something that I'll be doing with the new doors. So I'll probably just leave that as is. I might have to drill these out and put some bushings in there because they're kind of sloppy. But it's workable. The big problem is, we come over here, see how this hinge is all ripped out of the sheet metal. This is something we're going to have to fix, and we're going to be putting a support brace all through this to tie all this in to make it stronger, because Jeeps are notorious for ripping these hinges out. So we're going to fix it. So we got the fender sitting on there, so the header panel should go down there just like that. So the problem is the 97 and up fenders have a slightly different mounting flange here on this side. This is flat right here, and that one mounts on the inside. So we're gonna have to do some digging, find some search on the internet, or go hit some junkyards and see if we can find the inner fender bracket, because otherwise this fender's just going to be flopping around. We don't want that. So we'll get to that in a sec, but at least we can go ahead and get working on the doors, get the doors mounted up. We're going to have to cut all this lovely weld job out that somebody previously did, because we're going to have to change out the door strikers to updated 97 and newer door strikers. Yeah, so that means we're just going to have to cut all this out, weld in a new plate, and then put the new door strikers in. Once the door strikers are in, the hinges are interchangeable, so it's just a matter of bolting the door up and lining it, and should be good to go. So at least we can get going on that, going on the new parts. We got some cleanup to do. We're going to pressure wash everything, and then hit it with some primer, get it ready, so that when we get all bolted up, we can bolt it up once and forget it. So, first order of business, we gotta get these doors stripped down so that we can clean them up and get the wiring dialed in, because we're gonna have to wire in the power windows, door locks, mirrors, and everything, and get it a good cleaning, because ew. So that's a good place to start. You get this window rolled down. So we got our wiring diagram here. Looking at that, we got that to there, and looks like we got power. And there we go. Sweet. So now we can get to our bolts and get our window glass out. Yeah. We've got the doors taken apart. This is somebody, previous owner welded that, so I'm gonna have to take a grinder to that, cut all that out, get that out. But we've got the interior panels removed, and then this is exactly why we are doing this reinforcement. See that? That's kind of dark. Yeah, the whole hinge is separated from the body, so you have to pound that back, and then we're going to add a reinforcement plate here that's going to tie into the hinges and strengthen this whole section up. That'll keep the doors from sagging and drooping all over the place. That'll be a lot better. Alright, now we're going to have to get all this trim out of here, because we're going to need to get back behind this panel so we can take this off, because we need to mount this new striker here, and it's got 2 bolt holes, so we're going to have to make a plate that goes in behind there so that bolts in place. So start tearing stuff apart. Alright, got the latch brackets drilled out. I had to drill out the spot welds there, so that one there. The other side was a little bit haggard. It got pretty rough with that weld on there. So then the new latch can go on there just like that. Drill 2 new holes. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so the driver's side got a little butchered, so I'm gonna cut this whole piece out, and then we'll graft in a new piece of sheet metal, then re-drill the holes, and then of course I can put my backing plate in there. Very nice. All right, now we're making progress. Okay, we gotta put this plug. Well, if everything was done correctly, we should have lights. Okay. All right. Hey, check that out. Got marker lights. Bulb's a little loose, but we have marker lights, high beams, we got left turn and right turn. Well, that wraps up the work on the Jeep we're doing for this episode. We got the front end all dialed in. All the body lines are nice and straight. We got the interior all buttoned up. Looking pretty good. Needs a little cleaning, but everything's assembled. Doors shut beautifully. So, yeah. That wraps it up for this time. Stay tuned. Next job is the rear bumper. We're going to get this built, weld it all up, fabricate it, put it together, and put it on the Jeep. So, stay tuned. Thanks.